Foul.
Offensive foul on the Wildcats. So that's already 3 fouls on BCU in the first 3 minutes of the game. 3-0 UCF as the Knights and the Wildcats get college basketball season 2025-26 underway. Michael Trullo and Sabrina Petit-Home calling all the action for you from Addition Financial Arena in Orlando. Leah Harmon, the sophomore out of Patterson, New Jersey, goes down low to Ngodu. She bullies her way in. Layup no good. McDonald the rebound.
It's a great defense by Chanel as well.
Derasia Pitts drives coast to coast all the way into the paint. Now stops and goes back to the top. Phillips on the right wing. Gets a screen from McDonald. Now to Butler. Back to McDonald in the corner. And she stepped her heels on the out-of-bounds line. Correction, that's Kiara Gregory who's just checked in for the Wildcats.
These are small mistakes that we'll be able to, avoid.
The Wildcats still scoreless and only down 3-0, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. The Wildcats have turned the ball over 3 times already and are 0 for 4 from the floor. Jumping in front of a pass is Shamari Phillips. She dribbles the floor all alone. Left-hand layup, good, and the Wildcats are on the board in 2025.
And I think I want to say, okay, full court press, already being ran. I need to see that pressure.
Running into the front court for the Knights. That means there's a wide-open man baseline. Extra pass to the corner. Skip pass back to the wing. Harmon the 3, short. And that's going to be an offensive foul as going over the back was Chandler Roberts.
I want to see more driving, Mike. I've seen everybody drive all the way up to the free throw line, pop back out because defensive was adding just a little bit pressure. But if we think about it, you take it all the way down to the court and be able to get that layup. That's how you draw your fouls. Those small points count.
Summer Yancey checks back in. Kiara Gregory controls the point for the Wildcats. Heels on the midcourt stripe. She'll drive right side, gets stopped at the wing. They try to dump it in, and Chandler Roberts is just way too tall. In transition come the Knights. Through contact, the layup is good through Summer Yancey, who's just checked in. Yancey, the transfer from second-year sophomore out of Lee Summit High School in Kansas City. So the 4th turnover already for Bethune-Cookman. Gregory on the high right wing side to Dorsey, waits for the screen, rejects it, now goes around back to the middle of the floor. She drives in, lost the handle, got it back, gets it to Phillips on the left wing. 8 to shoot. Phillips all the way in, driving, throwing up a layup, no good off the side of the backboard, no foul. And in transition, here comes Chandler Roberts. She'll stop and hand to Summer Yancey. Yancey throws it to the baseline, a mid-range jumper, no good for Chandler Roberts. And the Wildcats have it again with Kiara Gregory trailing 5-2, and immediately they turn it over at midcourt. Throwing it in, Yancey, layup good. That's a nice pass by Crystal Asen.
We're looking for some help. It kind of seems as if Gregory is taking the ball all the way down there, but nobody's popping out to the top of the key. Nobody is rushing to the free throw line. Nobody is popping out from the baseline. We need help.
It's Dorsey against the double team on the left wing side, gets a screen from Butler, tries to throw it back to Butler, and the ball is batted up in the air by Yancey. She's been everywhere since coming on. She runs the floor, layup no good, offensive rebound, blocked on the putback. Bracy got rejected. Driving from the corner is Asen, up and under with the Euro step. It is 11-2 UCF and a timeout for Coach Janelle Creighton Del Rosario.
This game is a game that we could really easily be in the lead or at least keep up with. 2-9, but it doesn't even seem as if the game is 2-9 at all. Gregory definitely needs help when she's taking that ball down. We need people to pop out. We need to be able to set screens hard enough to make it seem like as if we're going down to the court as well to make that layup.
The Wildcats are just one of their first 6 from the floor and have turned the ball over 6 times. It's 9-2 UCF. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Back at Edition Financial Arena, Bethune-Cookman basketball trailing UCF 9-2. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Wildcats started strong. They stopped the Knights the first 4 times down the floor. Unfortunately, they couldn't score themselves. Their only point on a fast break turnover at midcourt. So against a taller team, more physical team, how do you get that offense working?
Drive. Simple. You need to be, what she said in that interview, disruptive. And it doesn't seem like right now that the Wildcats are being disruptive enough. You know, we have the plays. We know the plays. You guys run it at practice all the time. Let's, see it some motions. It kind of seems as if the Wildcats are a little bit in their head. We just need to calm down, run the plays, and drive.
I think the offense looked more efficient when Alexandria Johnson was out there than Kiara Gregory. Gregory, the junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, the transfer from Danville Area Community College. Gregory, 2 of those 6 turnovers were her throwing the ball away.
Right. Madison Holden is in, and Jordan Brooks. Let's see how this group works.
All right, so it'll be Brooks, the returner for the Wildcats, now a sophomore out of Georgia. Brooks backs down her player and then retreats to midcourt. She picks up her dribble, hands it over to Deja Pitts. First time on the floor for her. Back out top to Butler. 1 dribble, hands to Brown. 13 on the shot clock, attacking the basket to listeners left. Gregory between the circles. Nothing inside for the Wildcats yet on this possession. 5 seconds left. 4 seconds. Way outside is Gregory. She drives. She goes between the legs. 1 second. Got to get the shot off, and it got blocked. And the ball goes into the backcourt for a shot clock violation.
UCF is running a monster on defense, and it works every single time. Everybody is in back on a 2-2, and they have the 1 point guard that is following the other point guard on BCU and pressuring them because they know we're not going to be able to drive.
So almost like a box and one.
Exactly. One box, yeah.
UCF on offense, left-hand wing side, it's Summer Yancey. She's been the best player of the game so far since coming off the bench. Holden stripped the ball away from Asen. Diving on the floor, Asen got it back by the midcourt stripe, then gets it back between the circles. Dumps it down low, Ngodu working on Pitts. Ngodu bucking the foul. So that's just Ngodu 6'3" against Pitts 6'0", and using all that height advantage.
I think for defense, instead of man, I feel like we should run a 2-3 or a 3-2. That would give us enough chance to at least grab a rebound or force UCF to shoot.
On something that I've noticed, I mean, it's not hard to notice when the Wildcats or any low major team plays a power team like this.
Yeah.
It's the difference of the paint is the difference of the game, right? Guards are everywhere. You can train people to shoot and pass, but you can't train size.
Yeah.
The and one is good for Ngodu, and it's 12-2 UCF. Jordan Brooks back on offense for the Cats, goes between the legs, can't shake the defense of Kiana Cox. Now she gets a horn screen, backs up, now drives, goes all the way in, and got blocked on the baseline.
It kind of seems as if the Wildcats are at a standstill. What can we do to break that?
Coming away with it is the sophomore Cox, transfer from SMU. Out on top is Ngodu. The center runs the point here, now gets a slip screen and hands it to Cox, who takes the 3 and misses everything, and the Wildcats will get the ball back.
And this is why I said that we need to be able to run a 3-2 or a 2-3.
Holden, kick, left-hand corner, wide open. Brooks stepped on the out-of-bounds line. She missed the 3 anyway. That's the 4th time the Wildcats have just straight, plain old stepped out of bounds.
And I don't think that this court is any smaller than any other court that we've played on before.
Got to be the same size as every other court.
Absolutely. But I also do want to point out how we forced them to shoot, and they did miss. So this is something that I hopefully Coach sees to maybe transition instead of a man into a 2-3 or 3-2 zone.
Here come the Knights, up 12-2. 2:45 to go first quarter. Kiana Cox back on top. It cycles around to the right-hand wing, down low, and Ngodu back out to the corner. Driving his Bankhead, the freshman, up and under with the Euro step. Too strong on the layup. Rebound by Tyler Butler. Here come the Wildcats. Gregory, top of the key.
And that's where she stops every time.
Looking for someone to come open. It's Holden on the right wing. Gets a screen from Pitts. Goes and pops a 14-footer and misses everything. The ball goes out of bounds.
Do you know how many points we probably would be up right now if the team would just drive? And I know I keep saying this over and over again, but the difference between BCU and UCF is that UCF is driving and drawing those fouls.
The problem is the Wildcats are driving, but they're getting blocked because the height advantage is there for UCF.
Somebody needs to pop out to pull them out to at least be able to drive in.
Already 2 blocks for the Knights, and they're back on offense with Kiana Cox facing off against Jordan Brooks. Brooks gets hit on a screen. Cox goes around it. Pick and pop. Left-hand three. No good. Rebound. Into the corner. Out of bounds. Wildcat ball. Last touch by Bracey. Correction, last touch by Cox. Still Wildcats ball. I think the most impressive player I've seen right now for the Wildcats is Tyler Butler, the 6'1" forward.
Yeah, she has been all over the ball for rebounding, defensive-wise. It's something that we do need to see, especially at a low-scoring game like this.
Butler's got 6 rebounds early. Minute and a half to go, first quarter. Wildcats down 12-2. Straight on 3, off to the left, and an easy rebound for Cox.
The only thing that I would suggest with Butler, as her setting her picks, I want her to set those picks a little bit stronger so that the other teammates has enough time to jump off.
Knights coming down the floor. They throw the ball away. They tried to get it in the corner to Cox, and the ball was thrown away by Jasmine Gibson, the sophomore from Orlando, transfer from UNF, seeing her first minutes on the floor of the season. It's not like UCF is doing anything outstanding.
No, not at all.
Just the Wildcats have had nothing on offense.
Exactly. We need to be able to fix that before it gets to the point where we can't even come back.
Madison Holden goes to Pitts on the high right wing side, gets it back to Gregory. Face guarded by Cox. Gregory tries to go around Cox, goes back to Brooks with a head of steam into the paint. Step back mid-range, got
the
fouled.
foul. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Even if we know it's going to get blocked, go up anyways. They're going to hit you.
That was a decent throwback, right? It was a screen for Gregory. Drew 2 defenders on a drive. Just kicked it, and not all the way out to the corner, just to the mid post for Jordan Brooks to take a little jump shot.
It doesn't seem as if this, well, none of the teams, honestly, have any chemistry at the moment right now. And it seems as if they're still working together to try and figure out what's going to be able to work and what play is going to work. But I'm hoping that they'll be able to read each other. I think that's the biggest thing that we need to work on is how to read
Jordan
each other.
Brooks at the foul line. The Wildcats were very poor shooting the free throw last year, as Brooks misses the first one in and out. 63% as a team from the free throw line last year. And Brooks herself was 73%. Got the second one. The Wildcats are down 12-3 with 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. One possession left each if they use the entire shot clock.
Oh, we're in the zone.
Back on top, here come the Knights. Driving left is Kiana Cox. Gets it back between the circles. A screen for Pitts, denied, and the ball's ripped away.
And
Tamani Dorsey going down the floor. She's going to go all the way in. Barge a shoulder into the defender. No foul. Offensive rebound. Put back no good. A wild scramble of bodies. The Knights are going to come away with it, and the Wildcats will get a reach-in foul. Again, unable to take advantage of the turnovers we forced on UCF. The Wildcats have 4 steals in this first quarter, but only 3 points.
But did we see how effective did the zone work down there on defensive against UCF? We were able to get that steal, but we need to finish though, Mike.
And that's the 5th foul on the Wildcats. So that'll send Jasmine Gibson to the line. Wildcats down 12-3 in the first quarter. Gibson, another McDonald's All-American nominee back in high school. She sinks the first one. There are a couple of those on this team. Played her high school ball near here at Colonial High School. Led the Grenadiers to a 27-4 record of the 7A state final as a senior, averaging 8.7 points. She makes both free throws, 14-3 UCF. Shot clock off, 26 seconds to go. Jordan Brooks against the full court press, bounces it across to Dorsey. Now she gets trapped. Got to get it across, they do. Extra pass, driving into the paint. Butler, layup, good. Excellent press break.
Love it. Took a minute, but we got it.
How many times did we see the Wildcats fail on press breaks last year? That time they executed it to perfection, got the easy layup. Now the Wildcats will trap just inside the half court. 3 seconds, 2, a drive from UCF, and a foul right at the end by DeRasia Pitts on the driving Leah Harmon.
Fouls on number 24, DeRasia Pitts, her third.
Third foul of the first quarter on DeRasia Pitts. Off the bench. 1 on Dorsey, 3 on Pitts, 1 on Butler, 1 on Peters are the fouls for the Wildcats in this first quarter. Only 2 fouls on UCF for this first quarter. 1 on Harmon, 1 on Chandler Roberts. And the 1 on Chandler Roberts was an offensive foul for an illegal screen. So now a chance to get back to a 10-point lead, but the first free throw is no good by Harmon. Leah Harmon from Patterson, New Jersey, played at Miami last year, but led Sidwell Friends High School to back-to-back state titles in New Jersey before finishing her high school career at IMG Academy in Bradenton. Half-court heave from Jordan Brooks at the end of the first quarter doesn't go, and the Knights lead it 15-5 at the end of one. Both teams shooting under 30%. The Wildcats 15%, 2 of 13. The Knights 5 of 17. Missed opportunities for the Wildcats.
Mike, I have a lot of notes on my notepad. And you know, when I bring that out, it's not usually the best. But both teams shooting under 30% just still tells me that this is still anybody's game. But who is going to be the one to step up and show us that? When it comes to UCF, UCF is playing the game as it's supposed to be. It's just that chemistry is still not there for them. When it's BCU, I would really hope to see a little bit more driving and more help at the top of the key. That's what I want to see, more help at the top of the key. Because if whoever is the point guard at that time is stuck over there, I want to see at least the 2 or the 3 to come and help them out, set a pick, maybe pull out somebody who's on the 4 or 5 to stick out to the mid-drive, and that will create a lane for somebody to come right down. But it just doesn't seem as if, you know, we're seeing any of the fundamental skills connecting at the moment.
I want to see them go to Tyler Butler in the post more. She's played great defensively, right? She leads the game in total rebounds with 6 in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
And she has the 2 points on that press break, easy layup. I want to see if they can drag that 4 out of the paint.
Yeah.
So if she can get some one-on-one points.
You know what would also work? If they ran a triangle, you know what I mean? If on one, either the 4 or 5 would be able to switch positions where one is at the post, the one's at the top of the key, and they will just be able to run, you know, consistently a triangle to whoever's open. When I was in high school, we ran that, and whoever was open would be able to get it. We get it at the top of the key. If she's open, we'll pass it down there. If not, I'll take the drive and go up with the layup.
It looks like the Wildcats offense, right, is point comes up with it midcourt, passes to a wing.
Yeah.
The 4 comes and sets a screen. The 2 guard has to go around and try and make a drive, but UCF's keying in on that and doubling the 2 guard as she comes off the screen.
Yes, and even the full court press that they're running, I don't even think UCF is running it at a full, like an actual full court presser. It's just like a slight pressure on BCU, and even that is stopping them. I'm glad we were able to be able to break it that last game, but who's to say they're not going to take it up a notch, you know? It definitely shows that they have been studying film because they have been playing monster defense on us the entire time. Everybody else is sitting in a zone defense while the 1 point guard is on the other point guard to waste time on the clock, get a steal, and take it, fast break down to the other side for another point.
15-5 UCF over Bethune-Cookman at the end of 1 quarter here. We'll take 30 seconds and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Start of the second quarter from Additional Financial Arena. On the campus of UCF, Wildcats of the all maroon trimmed in gold going right to left. Start with the basketball. Up on top, Chanel McDonald looking for a screen from Butler. She tries to throw it down to Butler on the low block and throws it way over her hand.
I want to see a bounce pass if she's going to pounce that way.
And that's exactly what Butler said. She turned around and went like this and said, listen, bounce pass it to me.
Because she's too tall. If it's either going to go overboard or somebody else is going to be able to hit it out to somebody else.
Knights on offense for the first time in this second quarter. Controlling on top is Mahogany Chandler Roberts. She hands left side to Crystal Asen. Then Ngodu, the center, gets it top of the key. One dribble, bounce pass to the cutting Leah Harmon. Easy layup. Is good.
It seems as if we switch back from the zone into the man, and now the defense is going back to where we started in the beginning. We need to go back to that man. That zone defense was saving us.
17-5, Knights over Wildcats. Jordan Brooks tries to go around a screen on the left wing. Here's a long 2 in. Hung on both rims for Chanel McDonald. And 2 years ago, Chanel McDonald had that little half mid-range jumper as her thing. Kind of went away from it last year. I hope she gets back to doing more of that this year.
You know, this upcoming season, Chanel and Tyler could really be
Dorsey almost with her 3rd steal, and she forces a backcourt violation.
Let's go. As I was saying earlier, I really do think Chanel and Tyler would make a great duo as the more they play, the more they get together. I think that's something that I am really looking forward to see. Both teams, both players on the post.
Man, am I looking forward to watching Damani Dorsey play defense all season. She
Absolutely.
has 3 steals and a forced backcourt violation already.
She did not come to play. Simple.
Going around the screen is Jordan Brooks. Throw back to the wing for Dorsey. She goes to the right-hand corner and then back to Brooks, and they'll reset. 8:38 to go in the second quarter. 13 on the shot clock. Cats down by 10. Brooks on her left-hand dribble, sizing up the defender. Back to the top of the key. Dorsey looks to drive, pulls up a mid-range jump shot. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Knights and Chandler Roberts. Here comes UCF to look to push the pace across the time stripe with Leah Harmon. Now she'll throw it down with the Wildcats in her face. Goes to the right-hand corner for Jacoria Bracey. Bracey has Brooks all in her, goes underneath, Harmon underneath, and she got knocked to the floor, but a travel is called first. A bit lucky there on the Wildcats. I thought that they might have called Butler for the bump.
So, you know what I would like to see? So Jordan Brooks is the one that's running the ball. Instead of her popping back up to the top of the key, I would love to see her pop to the mid, like a deep, deep mid, drive, and pop right back out to the 2 position.
Wildcats have the basketball. Here's a drive and kick to the corner. Jordan Brooks fakes the jump shot, half drive to the baseline, then will reset all the way to the top.
Pick.
And then she throws the ball away looking for Dorsey. Easy run and layup for Leah Harmon.
A full court press. Nope, they're running a monster.
Yep.
They're not letting off of that defense from the beginning of the game to where we are right now with 7 minutes and 36 seconds left. That has been working for them, so why change something that's not going to work?
McDonald drives left to the lane, picks up her dribble all the way back out to Brooks. Extra pass to the corner. Here's a baseline drive, a pull-up, and a foul.
And that's what we're looking for.
Driving in that time was Kaylin Peters. First time we're seeing her for the Wildcats. The senior transfer from Nichols State. Only played 14 games, just averaged 9.5 minutes per game last year at Nichols.
We're starting to get the groove of things. We're just hopefully it's, at a faster pace.
Yeah, I like that baseline drive from Peters.
Yes, absolutely.
Second trip to the line for the Wildcats. Jordan Brooks went 1 of 1 on their only trip of the first quarter. Wildcats down 19-7, 7:25 to go first half in Orlando. First one, back iron good on the free throw. Kaylin Peters from Houston, Texas originally, bends her knees and fires it cleanly through.
That's what I like to see. Who's to say she might be the one with the top percentage for free throws this year?
And it's 19-9. Wildcats will try a half-court trap. They get it across the timeline to the Knights. They'll still try and trap hard against that mid-court stripe. Now the Wildcats will back off against Harmon, and bobbling the ball out of bounds is Asen, and another turnover for UCF.
You know what? On a positive note, Mike, defensively-wise, we are doing a great job. But those defense should give us the opportunity to, fix where we're at.
Alexandria Johnson back on the floor for the first time since the first quarter. She'll run the point. Into the high post it goes for Butler, and she got the ball ripped away from her. Down the floor come the Knights. Pass ahead to Harmon. Extra pass underneath the basket. Up and under good for Jacoria Bracey. She scores her first points as a UCF Knight, the transfer from Southern Miss.
The things that a bounce pass would be able to do.
Yeah, the passes are going straight to the sidelines. They're not arcing those passes at all. Up on top, double teamed, getting through it, and pulling a mid-range jump shot is Johnson. She missed it off the mark. Here come the Knights. Flashing forward is Gibson. She throws the ball underneath, and the layup is good by the tallest player in the game, Savannah Scott, the 6'4" sophomore transfer from Auburn.
My question is whenever we're shooting, where does our post players go? And why are we not boxing out the defense?
Johnson drives, stops, kicks it back to the top for Butler. In the right-hand corner, it's Dorsey. Gets the screen from Butler and replaces to Chanel McDonald. 8 on the shot clock, 6 on the game clock in the first half. Wildcats down 23-9. Floating it in. Butler, one dribble, lost the handle. It goes out of bounds, and it'll go to the Knights.
That was a clean block, but I wish it was just a bit more faster. They read that play too easily.
And I don't understand the need to take the dribble. Just go straight up. Just set your feet and go straight up. The Wildcats are being held no field goals in the last 3 minutes and 21 seconds. They're down 23-9, 5:50 to go in the first half here at UCF. Down low, the 6'4" Savannah Scott gets an easy floater over Chanel McDonald, and it's 25-9, and the UCF Knights are pulling away. Now it's time to practice.
Yeah.
It's practice time on the court for the Wildcats at this point. Damani Dorsey goes back to the middle after getting a screen. To the left-hand wing, it's Peters. Peters now back, 10 on the shot clock. Peters drives, and there'll be a foul for a hand check against the Knights. That's going to be called on Leah Harmon or Gibson. I can't tell. Both of them were there.
We should probably bring out the binoculars for this one.
Now, Summer Yancey, excuse me. And Kiara Gregory comes back, and Shamari Phillips for the Wildcats. I expect to see everybody for the Wildcats tonight who's not hurt.
Yep, absolutely.
And those are Jade Parks, the freshman, and Janessa Kelly and Sanai Tyler, the unavailables for Bethune-Cookman tonight. Baseline in for the Cats. 5:23 to go first half. Loaded all the way back to the top. Dorsey will run the point. Down 25-9. Hands off Gregory. She's got a couple turnovers in this first quarter, or this first half. She gets a screen, drives to the right, picks up her dribble to the corner. 3 on the way from Phillips, short, and a foul is going to go against the Wildcats for an illegal box out.
What are we scared of, Mike? The height, yes, obviously we're going to play teams that are taller than us, but we haven't had a successful drive in the last 4 minutes now.
Wildcats 3 of 17 from the floor, 18%. UCF 10 of 22, 45%. They lead at 25-9. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Here come the Knights attacking left to right. On the right wing side, the Knights have it. They go back to the top. The screen, around it goes Yancey. She backs up, plays Harmon at the top of the key. Harmon gets a screen, goes right, tries to throw back to the screen, and the ball's deflected to the right-hand corner. 1 second on the shot clock, and it's no good. That'll be a shot clock violation as it missed everything. Good switching on defense by the Wildcats that time.
It's like our communication is so much more better when we're on defense than it is with offense. And you can obviously tell that with UCF, their communication's a lot better when they're on offense as well, too. The communication part really is going to be able to help. You know, we have to have, like, some sort of Bluetooth mentality with all the teams on there that be able to know, I know that she's going to pop up here because this play says that I'm going to pop out the baseline, so somebody else is going to be able to drive down to be able to draw a foul. Or if I'm going to be able to pass the ball on the top of the key, I know that I'm going to be able to set a hard pick. They're setting the picks, but the picks are not hard enough, Mike.
25-9 UCF. Here's the media timeout of the second quarter. 4:38 to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Four minutes and 38 seconds to go in the first half. Here from Edition Financial Arena at UCF, it's the UCF Knights 25, the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats 9 in the first women's basketball game of the 2025-2026 season. The signs are there defensively for the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
Just 43% shooting for UCF, and a lot of that on offensive breakdowns and returning the ball over.
This is a game we can still come back to. I know the score is 9-25, but UCF is not showing anything that's extravagant to the point where, like, oh, okay, this might be a hard game to come back to.
Wildcats on offense, running the weave action up top. It comes to Shomari Phillips, who's played every minute so far. Her pass to the wing. Gets it back to Gregory. She takes a long three from the left-hand wing. Misses it short. Batted around. The rebound is pulled down by Jasmine Gibson. And it'll be a jump ball as Chanel McDonald got in there. But UCF has the possession arrow. Honestly, that's okay for the Wildcats. That means we'll get the ball to start the third quarter.
Absolutely. And if we're going to go ahead and – oh, they're running a full court press. Let's see how much pressure they add to this. I need to see at least a steal defensively.
Well, I think the Wildcats are just going to token this. Yeah, they'll just token it, let Jasmine Gibson get into the front court. She'll hand off to Harmon on the high left wing side. Harmon, right-hand dribble, can't get into the lane. She throws across to Bracey. Bracey, bottled up by Gregory, goes back to the top. The lane is open, the extra pass, wide open is Jasmine Gibson on the easy layup on the backdoor cut.
I don't think I've seen Bethune-Cookman run a play yet. I think they've just been trying to find somebody who's open and see who can make a shot. But that
here's Butler driving all the way in, left-hand side. She got rejected by the 6'4" Savannah Scott.
Yeah.
It'll be Wildcat ball on the baseline.
Let's see what play they run for this one if they have a...
Already third block of the first half for UCF.
Nothing. Nobody's even fighting to try and get the ball.
Gregory gets it back from Butler. She'll go all the way back to the top, drive in, throw the layup up, no good off the window. And Scott powers over everybody to grab the rebound. Nobody got back on defense. It's 3-on-1 the other way, and a foul is called as bricking the layup was Bracey, but they're going to get the Wildcats for a shooting foul. They're going to call it on
number 3,
Jordan Brooks.
Team second.
3:17 to go in the first half, 27-9. 5 points in the first quarter, 4 points in the second quarter for the Wildcats, shooting just 15% from the floor. First free throw, no good from Bracey. Started a career at Ole Miss after being the #1 recruit out of high school in the state of Mississippi and number 48 overall nationally, Bracey. Gatorade Player of the Year in Mississippi in 2020. 2 years at Ole Miss, didn't play that much, averaged 9 minutes a game over 2 years, just 2.5 points per game.
That is a unique full court press that I've seen. It looks like a diamond the way that they ran it. It wasn't like a regular full court press that I've seen before.
Wildcats will run it through Gregory, left wing three, canned! Shomari Phillips off the mark in 20-25 with a left wing three.
Working for it.
Chaos on the other end. The ball skips to the corner for Yancey. She goes back up top. Gibson drives, right-hand layup off the mark. Rebound Butler, already her 8th rebound of the contest. Gregory trying to go coast to coast, weaving through traffic. Lost the handle, throws it out of bounds, but it was deflected, so the Wildcats will keep the ball.
I wish she just would have went straight through.
Well, no, she lost the ball. So
yeah,
that's what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
But she lost the handle.
I'm trying to grab it.
I think trying to go between the legs one too many times there.
Let's just keep it in front of us, you guys.
It'll be Wildcat ball sideline in right in front of the UCF bench. Wildcats going right to left in the all maroon, trimmed in gold numbers. All white with black numbers and a black stripe for UCF. Gregory on the high right wing side, 20 on the shot clock, 2:35 on the game clock. Shamari Phillips feeling herself from three. Just missed that one. Offensive rebound, but an offensive foul as they're going to call a push-off on Indigo Brown, the freshman getting her first minutes of her college career as she pushed the defender away to grab that rebound.
Yeah.
I mean, that's two hands in the back. Pretty easy to call that one. Brown gets a couple seconds on the court and comes back out. No, Brown will stay in. Who came out for the Wildcats? Butler came out. And Gregory came out.
Yep. Almost had to pull the binoculars for this one, y'all.
Butler, 17 minutes. Dorsey, 14 minutes. The top two for the Wildcats so far. On the low block, throwing it back up to the top for the Knights, driving. And an easy layup as getting inside position is Kayla Ngodu.
That was an amazing pass. I don't know if you saw the behind the back.
Pass from Ngodu, and then she got it back on the backdoor cut. Yeah. Madison Holden runs the point for the Wildcats.
Go straight through.
2 minutes to go.
That was
baseline jumper. McDonald missed it. And the offensive stick back is there for Damani Dorsey.
Nice.
Wildcats getting a little bit more offensive.
We need that heat. We need that heat back. It's still some work that needs to be done, but I think they finally started. That Bluetooth is starting to connect. You know, there's not much service over here, Mike.
That'll be a traveling violation for UCF. Jasmine Gibson caught the ball at the free throw line, tried to drive in, but took too many steps.
I really hope they take advantage of all of these calls that are being called on UCF.
Wildcats have used literally everybody that's available in this first half, except Maya Johnson. She's the only Wildcat to not see the floor yet.
Yeah. At least we know that everybody's getting some minutes on the floor.
Wildcats on offense, 1:37 to go in the first half. Tough catch for Dorsey on the high right wing. She'll pick up her dribble, hand to Madison Holden, and she traveled with the ball. Can the three after the travel, but it doesn't count.
Nope, not at all.
Wildcats still have only hit the only three in the game from Daimani Dorsey, or from Shamari Phillips.
Shamari Phillips, yep.
UCF hasn't hit one, 0 for 4, but they don't really need to hit one. They're just going down inside on the low block and getting easy buckets that way, which they'll do again right now. Chandler Roberts ducks it down, and Godu, double team, kicks it back out to the corner. Cox will reset for UCF, and here's Leah Harmon. Harmon blows past the freshman, finds the wide open, and Godu underneath. Through high hands and finishes, and Godu is really impressive.
Yeah,
underneath.
absolutely. She has that KD number on.
UCF finding their scoring form here. 17 points in the second quarter, and they'll lead 32-14. Wildcats will maintain possession after the ball was batted out of Indigo Brown's hands and out of bounds. Indigo Brown, the freshman from Jonesboro, Georgia, and Morrow High School, Eagles Landing High School, and then Morrow High School, averaged 11 points her final high school season. Holden with her heels on the logo, almost threw the ball away, but it was tapped out of bounds by Bracey. Jacoria Bracey's playing that monster right now, and she's got 2 deflections on this possession. 16 seconds left on the shot clock, 46 on the first half game clock.
Apparently.
Brown will be the trigger. Holden comes all the way to get it.
Oh.
And that is going to call a push-off foul on the defense. So Leah Harmon's going to get called for the foul for an arm bar on Holden. Madison Holden from Reseda, California, comes to us from the College of Central Arizona. Wildcats down 32-14 with under a minute to go first half.
Time?
Yep, 5-second violation. Indigo Brown didn't get the ball in. I don't support the freshman taking the inbounds pass.
Yeah, not at all. That's a lot of pressure.
So another turnover for the Wildcats. They've turned the ball over 13 times.
13?
In this first half. UCF's turned it over 9.
Still not a good number.
Flashing through is Chandler Roberts. Skip pass to the corner. Left side. 3 on the way. Good.
And that was a play that was ran. Like, this was a play that was efficiently ran.
Tiana Cox hits the first 3 of the season for UCF. Jordan Brooks drives all the way into the baseline, then turns around, goes back to the baseline, steps back, jumper, too strong. Offensive rebound. The putback. No. Good from Chanel McDonald.
We have to make those. Those second chance points are going to be the one to save us.
Knights in transition. 7 seconds to go. The ball got blocked from Bracey. She's fighting for it under the basket. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Brown comes away with it, and she'll just run out the clock at the end of the first half. The UCF Knights lead 35-14 at the end of the first half here at UCF's Edition Financial Arena. So I think we can all say, defensively, especially in the half court, pretty solid.
Yep.
Offensively, adrift for the Wildcats in this first half.
Mike, there's a lot of things on my notebook that I could definitely talk about right now. And the biggest one of them is chemistry and communication. So far on offense right now, I'm not really seeing anything that is standing out for me for the Wildcats. And this is a game that could be easily caught up with, you know. Coming out to the second half, they have to be what they were talking about, is being disruptive. But disruptive in a way where they can communicate with each other on offense. I haven't seen anybody drive. Of course, yes, we've talked about that there's a height difference, but at least we need to be able to see how can we communicate with the other players who are at the top of the key. Everybody has been at a standstill. It's only the point, whoever has the ball is the only one moving it on the court.
And that's an issue we've had with the men's team the last couple of years, right? Where everybody's just kind of standing around watching the point guard go.
Exactly, because this is a team effort. If basketball was being able to play with one person, then obviously we'll be able to see one person is over here driving. But no, it's played with 4 other people that's on the court, so we need to be able to use those moving pieces. I hope to see a triangle. The zone worked for us last time. We need to stay away from man. They are faster than us, than taller than us, because every time we're going to get on man, they're going to run those plays.
It's UCF 35, Bethune-Cookman 14. We're at the half here at Edition Financial Arisa. We'll step aside for a couple of minutes, let you go cool down. We'll collect our thoughts. When we come back, we'll have the statistical breakdown of the first half. We'll do a little bit of a round the SWAC, talking about the first day of basketball, and then the second half action is coming up after the break. This is Bethune-Cookman University women's basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. second half action about to get underway from Addition Financial Arena here on the campus of UCF. It's the UCF Knights 35, the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats 14. Here are your first half stats. And here we go. The Wildcats shoot 19% from the floor in the first half, 9 of 26, 14%, 1 of 7 on 3. The Knights just 1 of 5 on 3. The Knights shoot 48% from the floor, 14 of 29. They're 6 of 10 for the free throw line. The Wildcats 3 of 4. Wildcats turned the ball over 14 times in that first half. The Knights turned the ball over 10 times in that first half. So a sloppy first half by both teams. Points off turnovers, though, UCF 21, Bethune-Cookman 3 points off those 10 turnovers. The Wildcats out-rebounded 20-17, 15-12 on the defensive glass. Both teams have 5 offensive rebounds. The Knights have 4 second-chance points, the Wildcats 2. The Knights have 15 bench points, the Wildcats 3. The Knights have 22 points in the paint, the Wildcats just 6. The Knights have 11 points on the fast break, the Wildcats 2. The Knights have 3 block shots, the Wildcats 2. Bethune-Cookman has 3 steals, the Knights have 5. For UCF on the floor, their leading scorer was Kayla Ngodu with 7 points. Leah Harmon also had 7. Gibson and Scott and Yancey both had 4. Bracy and Cox had 3. Asen had 2. And Chandler Roberts had just 1. And for the Wildcats, top scorer Shamari Phillips. She also hit the only 3 of the game so far for the Wildcats. She's got 5 points. Brooks has 1. Dorsey, McDonald, Butler, and Peters each have 2. Thoughts on the first half real quick before we go around the SWAC and get you caught up on some of the other basketball happenings on opening night around the country. Sabrina.
I'm hoping to see a different, fire that's ignited into the Wildcats coming back from the first half. A lot of mistakes were made, but this is why there's a second half in basketball. We want to be able to use those mistakes that we made and rectify them coming into the second half. We know where we failed at. What can we do to make sure that we're coming out on top? This game is still easily attainable. We have 2 quarters left. It's 14-35. I want to see relentlessness. They said they want to be disruptive. I want to see disruptiveness on that court right now. I need to see people in the post fighting to get the ball when somebody is shooting at the top of the key. I want to see plays being ran. I have not seen that one play being ran the entire game. It just looks like everybody is looking to see who's open and who can make the shot. We need to be able to run the game collectively as a team because this is a team effort, They are so much potential, and I'm hoping that it's not, I don't want to say wasted potential, but I hope that they use this to be able to find out what type of team they are this season. This is only their second game, so there's only so much that they can do, but we can really prove ourselves today if we put our heads together.
Let's go around the SWAC. Women's basketball underway throughout the conference. A couple finals for you. UTEP 84, Prairie View A&M 60 from out in El Paso. Georgia 69, Alabama State 41. Just a minute and a half left in that game. Alcorn State and Nichols State has not started yet. Jackson State and Mississippi University for Women has not started yet. Southern and Iowa about to tip off in Iowa City. Southern, the reigning champs of the SWAC. And we already have one women's basketball final from earlier today. Arkansas Pine Bluff defeats Memphis 69-64. This is an Arkansas Pine Bluff team that had 3 wins all of last year, and they go in and beat Memphis on their home floor on opening night.
I think this is the second time they've won against Memphis in the entire history as well, too, which is also kind of very interesting to see.
Men's basketball also starting tonight. No games live yet. One game is done. Prairie View A&M 95, College of Biblical Studies 48. That's at home at Prairie View. Grambling State hosting Houston-Tillotson. Southern at the University of Arkansas. Mississippi Valley State at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Alabama A&M at home against Blue Mountain Christian. Florida A&M on the road in Tampa against a really good South Florida Bulls team. Bethune-Cookman at Auburn coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern will get you a running score of that game once that game starts up in about an hour. Jackson State at Illinois. Texas Southern at Gonzaga all the way in Washington. and Arkansas Pine Bluff, also in the great state of Washington, to play the Washington Huskies. That's your Around the SWAC. Once again, here as we get started with the second half of action, it's Bethune-Cookman 14, Mississippi Valley. Wow, where am I? Where's my head at?
Are we still in football?
No, we're still in football season. We played Valley on Saturday. UCF 35. Love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. Then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of all 15 Wildcat sports programs. Hosted by voice of the Wildcats, Michael Toretto, and featuring the expertise of Bethune-Cookman University sports information staff, Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune in to 1380 WBLE Daytona Beach every Saturday to catch the show live, or listen anytime on your favorite podcast platform. Next Saturday, you can hear us talk all about this game. Our thoughts on both women's basketball and men's basketball. They continue pretty quickly as both women and men go down to Miami on Thursday the 6th for a doubleheader. No coverage on our networks for that one. We will be preparing to head to Grambling State with the football team on Saturday at 3 p.m. That's football against Grambling State. Wildcats still in with a chance to win the SWAC East.
Yeah.
Crazy with 3 weeks to go.
And I have nothing but faith in y'all boys. Let's bring it home.
Wildcats in the all-maroon gold trim, attacking left to right as we get underway. Damani Dorsey on the high left wing side. Waits for the screen for McDonald. Gets it, but nobody comes open off of it. Hands back to Alexandria Johnson. I'd like to see more of Johnson in this second half.
Yes, absolutely.
She drives left to the lane. The lane opens up for her. Left-hand layup, just a little bit short. And the rebound comes down to Mahogany Chandler Roberts for UCF. And UCF attacking the basket to listeners left. All the way in, Leah Harmon kicks to the top of the key. Whistle at a stoppage of play as she takes a shot. It'll be a 3-second violation. First turnover of the second half belongs to BCU.
Most of these calls have been fundamental calls. Baseline, 3 seconds, something that we might have to refresh the handbook in.
Roberts around the screen. Alexandria Johnson got blocked by the really tall 6'3" Kayla Ngodu. And here come the Knights. There's a car crash at midcourt. It's going to be a foul against Damani Dorsey as she tried to get that steal off the outlet pass.
They are driving, though. That's two. I've been tallying it so far. That's 2 drives that I saw thus far in the second half.
Both by Johnson.
Yeah.
Both of her layups, one with the left hand, one with the right hand. One was short and the other was blocked.
Yeah.
You got to seal the lane, too, if you're going to drive like that. If you got players like Ngodu and Chandler Roberts on the other side that can come out and block shots, you got to seal off that lane for the driver.
Absolutely. That height is nothing to play with.
So UCF will get the ball. Leah Harmon will get an offensive foul for a push-off.
We need to be able to take advantage. That's 3 calls right there where we could be able to take advantage of.
Still nobody scored. 50 seconds into this second half. UCF has turned the ball over twice. Wildcats have turned the ball over once already. Sloppy play, which got to be expected first game of the season. In the high slot, here's McDonald. Hands back to Tyler Butler, my player of the first half for the Wildcats.
3 seconds or a 1-on-1?
No, offensive foul for a blue.
It looked like one.
Yeah, no, it didn't look like 1-on-1, but no, that was signaling for number 11. I don't quite know what she did. It was off ball, but another turnover for the Wildcats. As here come the Knights. Still nobody's scored. Over a minute gone by in this second half. Wildcats down 35-14. On the high right wing side, it's the Mississippi native, Jacoria Bracey. Bracey guarded by Caitlin Peters, who started the second half.
I am loving Johnson at the top of the key, though, honestly.
Peters kicked the ball as she was trying to defend a pass. So the Knights will get a fresh 20 on the shot clock and have a baseline in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch them to go to Ngodu here. She is towering over Tyler Butler. Baseline in. Got to get it in. They do throw it up to Ngodu. Left-hand wing, Chandler Roberts. The forward takes the 3 and makes the 3. Mahogany Chandler Roberts. It's only the second 3 of the game. For UCF, they go up 38-14. Shamari Phillips responds in kind in transition from the right wing.
Where is this coming from?
2 triples in the contest for Shamari Phillips. Chandler Roberts, looked like she wanted to pop it again from straight on. She passes to the right wing side. Bracey drives, got fouled from the backside. As that shot was blocked by Peters, but she got too much of the arm.
Yeah, I'm about to say that looked a little clean, but I think it's because she towered over her just a little bit.
Already 3 fouls on Kaylin Peters. Wildcat foul trouble, 3 fouls on Peters, 3 fouls on Dorsey, 3 fouls on Pitts.
Okay, so let's see what this squad does. We both have, we have Gregory and Johnson in. I want to know who's going to be able to take the top of the key at this point.
I'd like to see Johnson run the point and maybe play Gregory as an off ball.
Yeah.
First free throw up and good from Jacoria Bracey.
But what it looks like, she's setting up to be the one right here, though.
In the first half, as the second free throw is also good.
Oh, nope, she's running the ball.
Yeah, Gregory turned the ball over 2 times, and now Johnson almost turns it over. Tough catch for Peters on the left wing. Here comes the screen. They trap off the screen, and Gregory lost the handle, picked up by Asen. Asen all the way coast to coast, up and under layup, wild and no good. Shamari Phillips pulls down the rebound. Here come the Cats.
Take it all the way.
Johnson shovels it to the corner, deflected out of bounds.
These are one of the times that I would really appreciate if they just take it all the way and have the rest of the teammates there for rebounding or any pass defense.
But I don't hate the play by Gregory, right? In transition on the fast break, she went to the corner. She was wide open.
Absolutely.
And the pass was just deflected out to her. Now the Wildcats will have a baseline in basket that they attack to. Listeners right, 7:43 to go third quarter. 24 on the shot clock. Wildcats down 40-17 here against UCF in their season opening contest. Already 1 5-second violation for the Wildcats. Won't get a second one. Tyler Butler goes to McDonald. Short corner jump shot. Just too strong. I don't hate that shot for McDonald, though.
I don't, but we need somebody for recovery down there.
Dumped off in the middle. Gutting it back is Yancey. Summer Yancey had 4 points in that first half. She controls, hands to Harmon right in front of her bench on the high right wing side, rejects the screen, gets to the baseline. She's double teamed, throws the ball back to Ngodu, puts it on the floor. 8 seconds left, the ball is turned over. Here comes Johnson with the steal, hands to Phillips. Phillips runs the floor, right hand layup, hangs on the rim and missed it. Oh my goodness.
I need you to use both hands, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we could be flashy, but we are in no point where to be able to do one hand layup right now.
Underneath, layup, no good, foul. That was a simple play the post and let the post go to work. Kayla Ngodu's going to go to the line. Chanel McDonald's going to pick up her second foul.
I'm interested to see what's her percentage at the line because she's been going all crazy all game.
Ngodu averaged 6.5 points per game in her first 2 seasons at UCF. I mean, centers don't usually have the best free throw percentage.
No, not at all, unless you're special.
1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Now the 6'3" sophomore bends the knee and misses strong. (40-17), try to make it 41. She does. And with 6:56 to go in the third quarter. Here comes the full court press for UCF. Johnson changes dribble, gets through it. She gets trapped, goes sideline for Gregory. Gregory back to Johnson. Nobody moving for the Wildcats. Johnson just walking with the ball up top. Floats it into the high post for Maya Johnson. She goes down low for Butler. Butler got the ball knocked away from her out of bounds by Chandler Roberts.
Our passes need to be a little bit more cleaner. We can't always think that the arches is going to help. This is why bounce passes are here. That bounce pass will go straight to the chest if you do it correctly.
Reach and foul on the inbounds will go against UCF. That's the first foul on Leah Harmon.
First 3 minutes have been nothing but fouls and turnovers.
Baseline in for the Wildcats. They run a screen, the screener action, and a kick ball on the defender on the baseline. The Wildcats will get a fresh 20 on the shot clock.
I think UCF found their mojo because they're definitely playing differently.
A Wildcat falls down. Maya Johnson gets the ball underneath the basket off the inbound. She goes to work.
Nice.
She throws up a layup. No good, but a foul.
Nice.
And that's the kind of attack in the basket you want to see, right?
That's all I want to see, Mike. That's it.
It'll be 2 shots for Maya Johnson. Ngodu picks up her first foul.
Her first foul this entire game, and she's been going crazy like that.
Johnson, just 59% from the free throw line last year, 16 of 27 Johnson only averaged 7.8 minutes per game last year as a depth piece. And she misses the first one off to the right. She was the last Wildcat available today to feature in this contest. Wildcats down 41-17, 6.5 to go. And the second one is good by Johnson, 41-18 now.
Slowly but surely, for sure.
Knights into the front court. Wildcats play press man defense. That means there's a man free in the corner. 3 on the way. No good from Bankhead. Rebound to the Wildcats. They'll push the tempo across the time stripe, get double teamed and stripped to the ball with Shamari Phillips. Wide open, running the other way is Bracey. She'll lay it in. Check that Gregory was the one that turned the ball over. Her third
was on the other side.
Turnover. Still learning for us too. Behind the back dribble for Johnson to get in the front court. She stares down Jacoria Bracey. Hands to Tyler Butler. Butler up on top. Bounce pass down low. Foul called off the ball. As
I truly think
it's a foul on the Knights. I thought there was going to be an offensive foul for a second, but off-ball foul on Ngodu. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I really do think that Tyler is really a fundamental player. I just would love to see a little bit more aggression towards her.
Wildcats throw the ball away off the inbounds pass, but it was deflected. Nope, it wasn't deflected.
Wow.
That just went from baseline right into the bench.
Okay.
Nobody touched it. Unbelievable. Just simple mistakes. Full court press for the Cats, easily broken by a long pass. Wildcats will double team Bracey into the left-hand corner. Lost the ball. Wildcats ball.
Can we do something with it this time, Mike?
Wildcats 6 of 31 from the floor, 19%. I think a focus right now would be maybe to focus on finishing over 20% shooting from the floor. And that's not good, but the way it's gone right now, we can need to do something like that. Token press ahead of Gregory, who dribbles the ball up the floor, into a double team. Now the Knights will back off. Gregory face guarded by Yancey with her heels on the UCF logo. She'll go right, pick up her dribble, and force a kickball by Yancey. It's a third kickball this third quarter.
I think I'm just a little bit more at angst because this team is not, how would I put this in the most slightest way? We could really keep up with this team if we tried.
Inbound to Gregory, heels on the midcourt line. Goes to Shamari Phillips in the right-hand corner. Underneath it goes to Maya Johnson. Johnson, 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Drives the lane, got fouled.
There we go. Use that big body.
I think Tyler Butler could learn a lot by how Maya Johnson's playing right now.
I really do think so. I just want to see, because she has all the pieces there. You know, seeing her being able to catch all those balls, rebounding, those steals, those blocks, she's really a fundamental player. I just need to see a little bit more aggressiveness from her.
So Maya Johnson's a big-bodied 6'2", and to counter that, the Knights take out Ngodu, who's more of a skinny and tall player, and bring in the wide-shouldered Savannah Scott. That'll be an interesting matchup in the post.
Absolutely. You know how I feel about my post players, Mike.
Johnson misses the first free throw. She was 1 of 2 last time. Late crowd starting to file in as the men's basketball team for UCF will play next against Hofstra. It was a real light crowd for most of the game today. Johnson goes 50% at the free throw line both times. 43-19 Knights over Wildcats, 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Behind the back dribble for Yancey to get in the front court. Right-hand corner, here's Cox. Cox, double team, flips it back to Yancey. Extra pass to the right-hand wing, then across it goes to Cox. She's wide open for 3. Short changes it, but an offensive rebound comes down to Yancey. Yancey drives baseline. Wide open underneath is Savannah Scott, and she goes up and in with the and one.
Do you know how earlier I was talking to you about a Bluetooth and how the team communicates? Even though a play is not happening right now, UCF shows that the teams are still connected, even if the play is not working. And that's something I want to see from BCU. If we can communicate with our team or know where our team is going to be because we run it multiple times and think of all of the different opportunities that could happen, we would be in such a better space. We have 4 minutes and 54 seconds to really tighten up before the last quarter, and it's still manageable.
4:54 to go in the third. Knights 45, Wildcats 19, and one opportunity coming for Savannah Scott on the other side of this break. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Back at Edition Financial Arena. It's the media timeout of the third quarter. UCF Knights 45, Bethune-Cookman Wildcats 19. An and one opportunity coming for Savannah Scott after she hit a layup after a broken play. Rebound that went to the corner. She was alone underneath, got fouled by Maya Johnson. And now Scott, the transfer from Auburn as a freshman. Played 31 games as a freshman for Auburn. Started 19 of them, averaging 15 minutes a game, 4.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, with 18 total blocks. She was at UCF last season, but redshirted and did not see the floor. It's 4 minutes and 54 seconds to go in the third quarter. And now, if you're the Wildcats, you got to think about little advantages. What can you take away from this game? What are you looking for little positives despite the score? Wildcats into the front court through traffic. Jordan Brooks, the sophomore, back on top, has a lot of space to find Johnson, and she threw it away.
I'm really happy that we were able to break
Long
the press.
pass, stretch pass, layup good. Kayana Cox nobody got back there in time for the Wildcats. 48-19 UCF. It's an 11-5 quarter. Wildcats have not scored more than 9 in a quarter today. 5 in the first, 9 in the second, 5 in the third. On the drive, and a foul. Blocking foul is called. The Wildcats will go to the line. Oh, wow, that's a late offensive foul call. That was a really late call.
She really worked hard for that.
Derasia Pitts, that's her 4th foul. She just comes back onto the floor, drives all the way in. The original call was a blocking foul, and then the official from the backside overrules the baseline official and calls it a charge. Wildcats full court press, Knights break it, double teamed, and almost force a turnover. They don't. It goes out of bounds right in front of the scorer's table. Kayana Cox will inbound it with 15 seconds to go. Now she'll give way for Yancey.
I think this is like the perfect opportunity to see which player and what squad are we going to be able to use in certain opportunities in the upcoming games as well.
Pitts has 4 fouls, so she's going to come out. Tyler Butler, who's my player of the game for the Wildcats tonight, comes back in. Butler just 2 points, but 7 rebounds.
She has been all over the board.
Long pass to the right-hand wing. Here's Summer Yancey dancing with the ball back to the top 5 to shoot. Behind the back goes Cox. 3, 2, 1. Spinning in the lane. A floater is good right at the buzzer. Kayana Cox up to 7 points. And Godu is the leading scorer for the Knights tonight with 8, as it's 50-19. Driving left is Alexandria Johnson. She stops at the free throw line, got her layup blocked. Here comes Cox all the way for the Knights. Kicks it to the left-hand corner. Catch and shoot 3. Summer Yancey, no good. Offensive rebound for Bankhead. And she commits an offensive foul by pushing off.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, no. I thought that was one of the young ladies that were is from Sweden.
No, we haven't seen either Felicia Skolander or Maya Hansel yet, the 2 freshmen from Stockholm, Sweden. I was told by the broadcast team for UCF before the game, don't expect to see them.
Yeah.
Maybe in the last kind of 5 minutes of the game, we'll see them a little bit.
Okay.
Madison Holden back on the floor for the Wildcats. She still hasn't scored yet tonight.
But we have seen multiple people run the point.
Wildcats looking for anything to go on offense. Back to the top, Chanel McDonald stops. Backdoor cut for Johnson. Correction pulling up his Peters, in and out. That was one of the better looks the Wildcats have had. You just can't get it to go. Kaylin Peters almost gets the strip down the floor. Now the tall Savannah Scott. I don't know why I keep trying to call her Summer Scott. Savannah Scott.
I need to look and see if there is a Summer Scott out there.
I mean, I know someone named Summer Scott. She's not currently playing basketball for UCF, I'll tell you that much. In the corner, losing the handle is Bankhead. 2 to shoot, picks it back up. Rebound to UCF all the way back out on top for Felicia Skolander. So you mentioned her, and now she's in the game. Bankhead across to Skolander in front of the bench on the right-hand side. 8 to shoot, second chance opportunity for UCF. Skolander all the way back to the logo for Cox with 3, with 2. Steps into a 3, misses everything. Shot clock violation, and the Wildcats have another strong defensive possession, even though they didn't get the rebound.
Absolutely. That's one thing that I could give the BCU their flowers for. Their defense have been on point this entire game. Breaking the press, it's been tough for us.
Only 19 points on 18% for the floor
Right.
is the obvious issue. Kaylin Peters on the right wing side. She gets the screen from Butler.
Nice.
Goes around it, plays the corner. Stepping in is Holden. Long two, back iron, no good. Scott with the rebound for UCF.
Nice.
She got it ripped away by Butler. Goes up with the right-hand layup and got fouled. And one, she got it too.
Yes, she did.
That's the best play of the night for the Wildcats. Tyler Butler ripped the rebound away from Scott, went up, got it, and Scott clattered her to the floor as well.
That's the aggressiveness that I'm looking for from Tyler as well, because she has so much potential that hasn't even been unlocked yet. I'm really excited for this season to see what she's going to bring.
She gives me, maybe not as quick and lean on her feet as Asian A. Nicholson, but she kind of gives me those vibes, especially in the post.
Efficient, very efficient.
And one opportunity, no good. Rebound for UCF. And Jasmine Gibson. Wildcats will run full court press. Breaking it is Cox. Cross the time stripe. Step over, finds Skolander. Skolander back to Cox on the right wing. Going down low to Summer. Savannah Scott. I'm going to write that down.
Savannah.
Apologies to Savannah Scott.
Check in for UCF, Adriana Benson.
First appearance for Adriana Benson, the junior out of Trussville, Alabama, transfer in from Pensacola State. She's on the floor for UCF. And the Knights are in the bonus after that off-ball foul, so Scott will shoot two.
Okay.
Both teams in the bonus for the last 134 of this third quarter. Scott makes the first one. It's a 30-point lead for UCF, 51-21. The Wildcats are up to 20% from the floor, 7 of 35.
Okay. Moving on up.
Second one is good from Scott. Jordan Brooks against the press will run past Benson into the front court. 1:25 to go third quarter. In the high post, it's Butler. Nobody running around her, though. She takes 2 dribbles, finds Holden. Escape dribble, 3 on the way, off the window, off the rim, no good. Butler the offensive rebound. The stick back is no good. No foul either as Scott denied her. And the Knights come away quickly with Benson. Try to split 2 defenders, got the ball stripped from her, and then getting a shoulder charge from Scott while she tried to come away with the ball is Kaylin Peters. Hope she's all right. She went down hard.
Definitely drove the foul, though.
Second foul on Scott, 1:02 to go third quarter. And the Wildcats will go to the line as they are now in the bonus.
At the line, Kaylin Peters, shooting 2.
Kaylin Peters, her second trip to the free throw line tonight.
We got to remember that this is a brand new team, and I believe this is the only second game that the Wildcats have played together. So that chemistry is, slowly but getting there for sure.
Peters in and out on the first one. The Wildcats as a team tonight, 5 of 10, 50% from the charity stripe. And that's what killed us last year.
Yep.
In the tournament, right, we had to hit that 3 to send it to overtime in the quarterfinals. But if we'd even hit 5 more free throws, we would have been home and dry in that game.
Absolutely.
Second one was good. Wildcats continue to be 50% at the charity stripe tonight, down 52-22. 60 ticks to go in the third quarter. Across the time stripe is Skolander. In the post for Scott, she had the ball poked away from her by Maya Johnson, who's guarding her tough. It'll be a baseline in with 21 seconds on the shot clock. Men's basketball starting their season in about 30 minutes on the Plains in Auburn, Alabama. Scott high points the catch, hands off to Bankhead, back to the top, threw it away. Barely
Almost
keeping it in was Benson. And then Benson lost the handle. Stolen away by the Wildcats.
Take it
Here
all
they
the way.
come. Extra pass. Layup. Good for Jordan Brooks off the feed from Peters.
Are we still in quarter 3?
We are.
Okay.
35 seconds left in it. Breaking the press is Benson. She goes all the way in. Left-hand layup. That's a tough layup from a tight angle.
That shot reminds me of Asian A when she used to play for the Wildcats, and she made those shots that came out of nowhere.
Final possession of the third quarter. 18 seconds left. Wildcats with Jordan Brooks, guarded by Benson. Benson really on her back, and they're going to get a reaching foul. That's a little bit too handsy there from Adriana Benson.
We want to do them defense, but don't push it.
And that'll send Jordan Brooks to the free throw line with the Wildcats in the bonus here in this third quarter.
I would really love to see that every time we get to the line that our percentages go up. So more focus on our free throws, more focus on the charity stripe that you said.
For the Wildcats in the game, in the third quarter, they have 10 points before these free throws. Their highest point total of in a quarter. 5 in the first, 9 in the second, now 11 in the third as that first one goes in for Jordan Brooks. Brooks was one of the better free throw shooters for the Wildcats last year.
The fearless freshman, but she's a sophomore now,
y'all. 7'36". You're going to have to find a different nickname.
Yes, absolutely. I'll come back to that one.
You got to work on the alliteration there. Holden pressures the inbounds pass. Gibson gets it back. Plays Skolander. 7 seconds to go, third quarter. Benson, deep three, missed it. Scott the rebound, 1 second left, puts it back up.
Oh, and they called the foul.
Got fouled by Johnson with 1 second left.
Coming back into the fourth quarter at the charity stripe, set the tone.
Oh no, she's gonna have to.
Oh, she's taking it right now.
You gotta take it right now because there was 1 second left.
Okay.
Oh man, that's a tough one on the Wildcats. Johnson just fighting for that rebound. I think.
Where's she at right now in fouls?
I think that's her third. I will double check for you.
Hopefully they keep her in the entire fourth quarter because we're definitely going to need her. Her height has been useful.
That will be her first foul, Maya Johnson.
Okay.
They're over at the monitor determining whether the quarter ran out before the foul was called.
Okay.
I think this will be a pretty quick review because it was pretty clear to me that the foul was called before the quarter ended. Football season is back at the beach, and you can catch every touchdown, tackle, and everything in between free on the CatEye Radio Network. Catch every second of every game, including pre- and post-game coverage with the voice of the Wildcats, Michael Cirillo, live, free on your local airwaves in Daytona Beach at 1380 WELE on your radio. Not local? No problem. Head to youtube.com/CatEye Network or bcuathletics.com/radio on your smart TV, computer, or mobile device for all the coverage you need. They adjudicated that the foul was with 0.3 seconds on the clock, so 2 shots for Savannah Scott. First one's good. She's still perfect from the line of the game.
0.3 seconds.
Yeah, so just barely. And missed the second one, and that'll be the end of the third quarter.
Okay.
A better quarter for the Wildcats. The Wildcats scored 12 points in the quarter, their best output as a team. They increased their field goal percentage to 21%. We go to the final frame of the Wildcats down 55-26 against UCF. We'll be back for the final quarter of action after this. This is Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. We begin the fourth quarter on the campus of UCF at Addition Financial Arena. It's all UCF on the scoreboard, but the Wildcats' third quarter was better than their previous two.
Absolutely.
They trail 55-26. Early schedule for the Wildcats this season looks like this. At UCF today, at Miami on Thursday. They'll be home a week from tomorrow for their first home game against the Albany State Golden Rams. Then they're on the road for the rest of the year. They'll play Florida International, Maryland, North Florida on the road. They'll be at face North Dakota State in Jacksonville at a neutral site tournament. Then they'll face Cheney State, Hampton, and Edward Waters at the HBCU Hoops Invitational in Orlando. Expect radio coverage of that event from us in December. Then they're at Richmond, a really good mid-major Richmond team. They could make some noise in the NCAA tournament this year. And then they'll finish off their non-conference schedule at the Stetson Invitational against Stonehill and the College of William and Mary. And finally, the Jacksonville Dolphins will be the final opponent they'll face before starting conference play in January. Fourth quarter on tap. Knights in the all-white, black numbers, black trim going right to left. Ball's on the high right wing side, comes back to the middle for Ngodu, throws it into the post for Chandler Roberts. She gets position and lays it in.
She was going to go for that right layup, but saw that left was open and went straight for it.
That's a doubleheader here at Addition Financial Arena today. UCF men playing host as Madison Holden is allowed to waltz to the free throw line for a jumper, missed it too strong. The men's team for UCF plays the Hofstra Pride coming up after this. Euro step in the lane, bucket and the foul for Jacoria Bracey.
We got to plant our feet, ladies and gentlemen. Plant the feet. Wildcats are going in. We're expected to finish strong today.
Damani Dorsey, who's only played 17 minutes tonight, checks back in. She didn't play the whole third quarter, which I expected kind of the Wildcats to play everybody in every position pretty much.
Yeah,
you know,
especially at this game.
Just try and get players in, get some legs under them, and one attempt for the Southern Miss transfer, Jacoria Bracey. Most interesting note I could find about Bracey before this game is last year at Southern Miss, she outscored, I can't remember who it was, Arkansas State in the second half by herself, 16-14.
Wow.
Alexandria Johnson drives to the free throw line and draws the reach-in foul. But a lot more fouls in the second half than the first. Quick start in the second, in this fourth quarter for UCF. They're up 60-26 with a 5-0 run to start the quarter. Inbound goes to Jordan Brooks. She's up on top. Flashing through is Johnson. Gets it inside. Maya Johnson, no good.
Go up
and the rebound comes down to Ngodu. Quickly the other way, Asen on the stretch pass. She gets to the baseline, thinks better about it. Down low, and Ngodu throws the layup up and in. It's just all size down there for UCF. Not much the Wildcats can do about it. Jordan Brooks, coast to coast off the inbounds pass, tried to throw it underneath for Johnson, throws it away. Here comes Bracey all the way, Euro step, up and under, no good. Offensive rebound for Asen. She's in traffic, kicks it out, wide open three, good. I'm expecting the Wildcats to call timeout here. They do. 9-0 run to start the fourth quarter.
It's only been a
for
minute,
UCF, 65-26. Very favorable home schedule for UCF to start this season. They're at home for all of 3 games before January. They don't have a true road game until conference play.
Wow.
The 3 games they do play away from here is at the Discover Puerto Rico Classic, a MTE. Thanksgiving weekend, they'll play East Carolina, Wake Forest, and Rice. But other than that, at home, they've got Bethune-Cookman, Charlotte, where Asia Nicholson ended up after playing at Bethune-Cookman last year, FIU, Florida A&M, South Carolina State, Stetson, Delaware State, and Morgan State before starting conference play with BYU at home. And then finally, on New Year's Eve, they play a road game at Texas Tech.
That's going to be a good one.
But this is a UCF team that has really underperformed since coming to the Big 12 in the 2023 season. They are the youngest school in the Power 5, founded in 1963,
Oh, wow.
the University of Central Florida. In 2 seasons in the Big 12, they are 7-29 in conference play and have not finished better than a tie for 12th in the Big 12. They did win their first round game at the Big 12 tournament last year, which was their first ever Big 12 tournament win before getting bounced to the second round by Oklahoma State. They beat Edward Waters 66-55 in an exhibition game. The Wildcats play Edward Waters at the HBCU Invitational in Orlando in December. I'm kind of afraid of that game now.
Yeah, me too.
Considering
Me
how this
too.
game went.
Especially since they played and they lost by 11. That's something that I'm probably going to do a little bit more research on to see, you know, what the percentage. Did it take them that long to get to 55 and the UCF to 66 just like this game? Was it a prolonged game or was it one of those fast-paced games with good defense and good offense?
Well, UCF are going to improve to 16-4 all-time against BCU, have won now 7 straight, dating back to 2007. The 3 games the Wildcats won were in 1996, 1999, and 2001 when UCF was still a Division II program.
UCF was a Division II program?
They started all the way down there.
Wow.
I mean, the Wildcats were Division II for a while.
Yeah. The more you know.
Yep. 3-4 in double figures for UCF tonight. Bracy and Godu, Harmon and Scott all with 10. For the Wildcats, Phillips with 8. Her 2 threes lead the way there. Brooks with 5. Butler with 4. Johnson, Dorsey, McDonald with 2. Peters with 3. All from the free throw line. Wildcats take a timeout after a quick 10-0 run to start this 4th quarter by UCF. They lead at 65-26. Wildcats on the offensive side of the ball going left to right. Here's Derasia pitch. She's got 4 fouls. Got to be careful.
Very.
Hands off.
What a cut.
Oh, and the ball was thrown way over her head.
Got to do chest passes.
By Shomari Phillips. Here come the Knights. Baseline drive. Cut off by Phillips. Indigo Brown, the freshman, also into the game for the Wildcats. Between the circles, it's Harmon, tied up by Gregory. She got the ball away to the right-hand wing for Asen. Asen twirls the screen, backdoor cut. She gets it back. Maya Hansel is now on the floor. She takes a baseline jumper, no good. Offensive rebound for Bracy, put back, no good. Offensive rebound for Roberts. She'll back up, throw the backdoor cutting pass to Harmon. She got fouled on the drive. Offensive rebounds today, 12-6 in favor of UCF. Second chance points, 11-2 in favor of the Knights. Well, I said to you during the break that I'd be happy if we scored 30 points tonight. 40 points tonight. I may have to amend that.
Maybe 35.
Maybe 35.
Yeah.
First free throw, no good by Leah Harmon.
We had a good flow going for us over in the 3rd quarter.
Second free throw for Harmon is good. Harmon, a 5-star prospect, the number 9 guard in the 2024 class out of Sidwell Friends in New Jersey, then IMG Academy in Florida.
Wow.
A lot of raw talent on Satya Messer's team here in her 4th season at UCF, but haven't been able to make it work yet in the Big 12. We'll see if they can do it this year.
Time is definitely going to be their best friend to cultivate those skills.
15 on the shot clock. Wildcats still haven't even gotten close to the 3-point line on this possession. Now dancing is Indigo Brown. Top of the key hands to Chanel McDonald. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Gregory driving all the way. And she got bumped as she tried to put a layup up by Maya Hansel. She's the other Stockholm, Sweden native Hansel.
I think both of them are out there.
But has spent the last 3 years in Luleå, Sweden, for the National Basketball Academy in Sweden. Played for RIG Luleå in the Women's B League for basketball in that country. Averaged 11.6 points in their last season. She's also represented Sweden at the under-18s and under-16s level at European Championships, as has Felicia Skolander. Oh, another missed free throw for the Wildcats. Kira Gregory missed that one. Skolander, who's not on the floor right now, also from Sweden, also played in the women's basketball leagues in Sweden before coming to the States to play basketball. 0 for 2 That times the percentage of the game for Wildcats from the free throw line drops below 50%. Knights quickly in transition, baseline drive for Cox. She pops, no good. Rebound Wildcats. Shamari Phillips fakes the bounce pass, keeps her dribble going. Sizes up Jacoria Bracey. And that's going to be an illegal screen by Chanel McDonald.
You got to be able to pin her.
That's the 5th foul on McDonald. She's gone. Pitts also has 4. Peters has 4 for the Wildcats. The Wildcats have committed 22 fouls in the game to the Knights 16, sorry. Still been a chippy game. 66-26, a 40-point lead for UCF. Wildcats still have not scored in the 4th quarter. Did not have a quarter last season where they did not score. Tough catch in traffic for Logan Reed, the redshirt freshman out of Goodley, Texas. 9 on the shot clock. Back to Cox, left wing side. Here's Bracey, baseline drive. Got inside position, missed the layup. Rebound to Butler and the Wildcats. Gregory in transition, stops and walks back between the circles under 6 minutes to go in the contest. Wildcats yet to score in the 4th quarter.
I still have yet to see a play being ran by Bethune-Cookman, but I'm glad that they're starting to be a little bit more communicative.
Driving is the freshman Indigo Brown. She got the scoop shot to go. Her first collegiate points, and the Wildcats are on the board in the 4th. Derasia Pitts being very careful across the time stripe. She's got 4 fouls. Bracey, extra pass, right-hand corner. Harmon a 3, short on it, fighting for the rebound, and it's on the ground. Knights have it. It squirts free. Knights still have it with Hansel. Right wing corner 3 on the kick out, no good. And now Derasia Pitts grabs the ball for the maroon and gold. Hands to Gregory, behind the back dribble to get herself into the front court. 5 minutes to go in the contest. Indigo Brown, after having just scored her first collegiate point, gets a screen. Left-hand drive into the paint. Splits defenders. Bucket and the foul for Indigo Brown. I think the fearless freshman moniker may have transferred from Jordan Brooks to Indigo Brown for this season. Hey, they're both from South Georgia.
So it might run in the Deans over there somehow. Still working on Jordan Brooks' new name.
And after the media timeout, Indigo Brown will try her first collegiate field goal. It is UCF 66, Wildcats 30. It's the 4th quarter of Indigo Brown. We'll be back after this. This is BCU Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network at 1380 WELE. Music bumping here at Edition Financial Arena. Crowd starting to file in for the men's game that's right after this one, UCF against Hofstra. Right now it's Bethune-Cookman 30, UCF 66 at the media timeout in the fourth quarter. And one opportunity for Indigo Brown. Missed it. That was her first collegiate free throw. Long rebound came out to Kiana Cox. She stops at the three-point line. Hands back to Leah Harmon. And the Knights will run the offense with 4:45 to go in the contest. Harmon face guarded by Brooks. Hands the ball off right-hand side to Cox. Cox works the ball back to the middle for the freshman Samari Bankhead. Bankhead out of California. Open three on a kick out from straight on is good for Leah Harmon.
They're really going for those. This is a great learning experience for the Wildcats as well.
4 threes now in the game for UCF. 4 of 15. 2 of 9 for the Wildcats from beyond the arc. DeRasia Pitts dribbled the ball off her foot. She had the lane wide open and just completely mishandled the ball on a screen and drive. Back to the Knights now. Wildcats have turned the ball over just shy of 30 times the ball game. On a left-hand drive, throwing the ball to the corner for Harmon. Harmon throws the ball all the way to the right-hand corner. It's caught by Cox. And a kick and catch and shoot three for Bankhead. Still looking for her first collegiate points. And another offensive rebound for UCF. 13 offensive rebounds in the contest for the Knights. Cross-court pass, tipped out of bounds with 5 on the shot clock. Looking for Harmon in the right-hand corner. That was Indigo Brown causing that disruption.
Indy really making a name for herself in her first college game.
Indigo Brown, the freshman out of South Georgia, Bainbridge. Oh, at the shot clock, a quick inbound, a Euro step floater for Kiana Cox goes down. And the Knights have eclipsed 70 on the night. Jordan Brooks back to the basket on the left-hand wing. She'll work her way back to the top of the key. Wait for the screen from Pitts. She'll reject it, go right on the horn set. Picks up her dribble, throws it in the corner for Brown. Brown against a fellow freshman, Samari Bankhead. Brown in traffic to the free throw line. Kick out for Dorsey. Dorsey with 3, driving, throwing it up, got fouled.
Right behind. Just going straight to the line, that's what we need.
But again, I like your call in that first half where we weren't driving the basketball.
Yeah. And you know, like I said before, this is a great lesson for the Wildcats on what to expect in the upcoming season as well.
Wildcats exactly 50% from the charity stripe tonight, 8 of 16. UCF 68%, 15 of 22. Wildcats have turned the ball over 24 times, the Knights 19. Not a big difference there. And oh boy,
we gotta take our time.
Missed the free throw long. The difference is the points off turnovers, 36-9 in favor of the Knights. Second free throw for Dorsey swims in.
So the 50% remains.
50% remains. 71-31. A little bit of chaos on the inbounds pass for the freshman Logan Reed. She got the ball away to Benson, who crosses the timeline, gets all the way to the basket, tries to dump it off, and nobody was there but maroon and gold. Wildcats on a 3-on-1 fast break. Stopping and popping is Dorsey. Missed it short, and the rebound comes to the right-hand corner for Skolander. I'd like to see her go all the way in with that. She just stopped and popped from 15 feet instead of taking the ball all the way in. It's the freshman with a Euro step. Missed the layup, did Bankhead for UCF. Wildcats maintain possession, 2:15 to go in the contest. Behind the back dribble to work it into the front court for the Wildcats. Alexandria Johnson back on the court. They're gonna get a hand-checking foul as she crosses half court on Adriana Benson, and the Wildcats will get a...
Adriana Benson, her second, team's 5th.
Oh, that is the 15th foul. So it's going to be free throws for Alexandria Johnson, who still has no points tonight, 0 for 5.
She might get hers right here.
This is her first trip to the line. Got the first one.
Go.
Even though Johnson has run the point for most of the night, no points for Alexandria, who comes to us from Queens University and Tuskegee. At Queens, she was second in the A-Sun in free throw percentage, and she drains both there. Then at Tuskegee last year, averaged 6.8 points a game, 22 minutes for the Golden Tigers of Division II. UCF lost the ball, did Logan Reed at the free throw line, and then Wildcats have it back again. Johnson drives into a double team, lost the handle. Both teams just playing with reckless abandon right now. Wide open spaces on the breakout for Adriana Benson. Easy layup.
I really do like when Johnson is carrying the ball down the court. She's able to get through the Knights.
Johnson driving to a double team, draws the contact and a foul on Benson, so she'll go back to the free throw line.
Draw them. Pick up your points right here, how you can get them. If drawing the fouls, how you can get them, grab it.
1:36 to go in the ball game. We might not get to that 40-point mark that I thought we might get to.
At least
this fourth quarter not been great for the Wildcats.
We had a peak at the third quarter, which
Yep.
was really good. I was hoping to see if we could keep it there, but all in all, learning experience for the Wildcats.
3 dribbles, a free throw is good. She's got a really nice economical free throw motion, Alexandria Johnson.
Economical. I don't word right.
It is my job to know words, after all.
I like that one. I might use it later in the season.
Oh, missed the second one, just out off the front rim. Knights control. The 2 Swedes going to work. Scholander and Hansel with Reed out there as well as Benson. A young lineup on the floor for UCF. Benson, baseline drive right-hand side. Stopped up by Brown. Now goes back around Brown. Shovels it underneath. Easy layup for Logan Reed. She was uncovered.
This is what I mean, that I feel like our post needs a little bit more work on how to, protect it. Protect the post.
There's a lot of wide open backdoor cuts for UCF tonight.
Absolutely. That baseline has been their best friends all night.
Butler across to Brown in front of her own bench, twirls the screen, tries to backdoor cut it to Brown, lost the handle, tapped out of bounds by Scholander. Wildcats will have the ball. 56 seconds to go in the contest, 34-75 is the score. Wildcats looking for one more bucket. Johnson off a catch and shoot, drains the mid-range jumper.
Where is this fire in Johnson that we have been looking for all
Alexandria
game?
Johnson had no points coming into the last 2 minutes of the game. She now has 5 points and is tied for to be our second leading scorer.
Right.
A little bit of a stoppage of play here on the restart, I believe for substitution purposes, as Maya Johnson gets set to come in for the last 53.5 seconds. Wildcats will next see the floor on Thursday night at Miami. Thursday afternoon, 11 a.m.
Yes.
Tip-off there. Foul on Alexandria Johnson as she was going down the floor, lockstep with Felicia Scholander. And that'll put, still 1 point, one foul to give for the Wildcats. So not on the line yet. Maya Johnson comes in. No points for Bankhead tonight. She's 0 for 6 from the floor, the freshman out of Los Angeles, California. She was coached by Kobe Bryant as a youth player.
Wow.
Knights throw it away, looking for a backdoor cut on the baseline. Scholander looking for Bankhead, and the Wildcats will have one more possession with 45 seconds to go in the game.
We technically could make it to 40.
With a 4-point play, yeah. Tough catch on the full court press. Alexandria Johnson gets into the front court. Indigo Brown around the moving Maya Johnson screen. A lot of moving screens today for the Wildcats. I think that's my count, that's their 4th.
Yes, and it's because they're not planting their foot. There's nothing more. There's no explanation.
And Johnson
to it.
was way late to that play too,
Absolutely.
so she just tried to make a hero play to make up for it instead of backing off.
Sometimes
so it'll be the Knights that get the final possession of the game. 28 seconds left. 6-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Well, there's an offensive foul. The Wildcats will get it back. Scholander with an armbar push into Indigo Brown.
Indigo Brown really making a name for herself for her first collegiate game.
Brown 4 points, 2 of 2 from the floor. Wildcats inbound it. Shot clock off, 20 seconds to go.
Way to calm it down.
Johnson hands to Derasia Pitts, who drives the lane. Back to the basket, kick out Dorsey, 3-pointer, too strong, rebound is fought for under the basket, it's loose. Diving on it is Scholander, she got it away, and the Knights will dribble this one out and win the game 75-36. Well, the Wildcats had a better second half offensively. They scored 24 points in the second. as opposed to 14 in the first. But
this has been a great learning experience for the Wildcats. I think this has been a baseline of what they need to do coming into the season. What plays to run and what squad to put out there in different circumstances as well.
And I think the through line is the defense looked pretty good.
Yes.
Yes, they gave up some easy buckets on backdoor cuts. They gave up some fast breaks.
Yeah.
But against the team with the size and skill that UCF has, it's kind of to be expected there.
Yes, absolutely.
But they forced a ton of turnovers. They forced 23 UCF turnovers.
And that's something defensively that we definitely want to see, because we got to remember, in the SWAC it's completely different. This is going to be a completely different ball game, and I'm glad that they were able to see where they needed to do to have more work in.
Remember, for the Wildcats and really every mid-major team, nothing matters until January. These games do not count. Forget about it.
Yes.
It's extra practice against a really good team. 75-36 is your final score. The offense obviously not where it needs to be.
Right.
But you got 2 months to figure it out.
And a lot of games that are coming up as well, and a lot of heavy hitters as well, that we're going to be needing to put those pieces together.
Here are your final scoring totals for Bethune-Cookman. Damani Dorsey had 3 points. Alexandria Johnson had 5 points, all in the final 2 minutes of the game. Chanel McDonald just 2 points, 1 for 5 from the floor, but she also had 5 fouls, played with foul trouble for most of the night. Tyler Butler had 4 points, but was very strong defensively, led the team in rebounds with 11. She was the only Wildcat in double digits for rebounding tonight. Shamari Phillips led the Wildcats in scoring, 8 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of those 3-pointers. She also had 4 rebounds and 2 steals. The Wildcats as a team had 9 steals today, 2 by Phillips, 2 by Brown, 2 by Caitlin Peters, and 1 each by Dorsey and Alexandria Johnson. Back on the points, Indigo Brown at her first collegiate game had 4 points on the fourth quarter, 0 for 1 from the free throw line, 2 for 2 from the field. Madison Holden 0 for 4 from the floor, no points for her. Caitlin Peters had 3 points, and Maya Johnson had 2. And for UCF, 14 points, a game high for Leah Harmon, the sophomore out of Patterson, New Jersey transfer from Miami. 10 points apiece for Jacoria Bracey, Kayla Ngodu, and Savannah Scott. 9 for Kiana Cox, 6 for Mahogany Chandler Roberts, and 2 each for Crystal Asen, Logan Reed, and then 4 each for Summer Yancey, Adriana Benson, and Jasmine Gibson. Your final score, UCF 75, Bethune-Cookman 36. The Wildcats women's basketball team is back on the floor on Thursday morning, 11 a.m. against Miami. No radio for that one, ESPN Plus for your visuals there. Your final thoughts on a season opening contest. Before you talk about the game, Hoops is back.
Hoops is back.
Oh, boy, I'm happy about it.
So excited. My favorite season. Let's get back to the drawing board. Nothing more, nothing less. Basketball's back. We have a lot more games to expect. January is the month that we really need to be expecting for. Great game, Wildcats.
That'll do it for our Wildcat crew here. Sabrina Petit home, Mike Cirillo, Bryce Reinowski, Sports Information Director. Thank you so much for listening to this edition of Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. We finally get a break. 4 days in a row with broadcasts here on the CatEye Radio Network. We finally get a break until next Saturday when Wildcat football is back on the road against Grambling State. That's a 3 p.m. Eastern kickoff.
Don't
with
miss it.
2:30 for your pregame show. Thank you for listening, and have a good night. Hail Wildcats.
Hail Wildcats.